Hey everyone, Heartfelt families, this is Mr. Justin. If you don't know who I am a teacher from the Rochester location of Heartfelt. I hope everyone's having a great Wednesday so far. Today I'm going to be teaching you an activity, puzzle. We're going to do some puzzle making. That's going to be my small group activity today. A lot of our activities and our morning messages and our stories you told this week have a lot to do with math and numbers, and so I'm going to kind of continue that today. The last minute or so of the video is more for parents, kids. You can totally watch it if you want to. I'm just going to be talking about the HighScope curriculum and which part of the curriculum this particular activity falls under. And what I like about this activity is you can really change it depending on like where your child's at developmentally, because this activity is for like preschoolers to pre-K, so you can kind of change how difficult or how easy it is depending on where your child is. And so the first thing you guys are going to need for your activity today is a pair of scissors. You want to make sure you're doing this activity when a parent or some kind of adult is around, because safety is very important. Next thing you need to do is get some kind of cardboard material. So you can get a tissue box, you can get a box of cereal, Catacorns, very cute cereal. And then you can also get, so I got another cereal box. This is Frosted Flakes. It's my favorite cereal. I only eat it like once a week because it's pretty sugary, but it's delicious. And so I'm going to be using my Frosted Flakes box. And so I already cut a piece of the Frosted Flakes box out. And so you can kind of see, like even cut a little bit more. But you just want like a flat surface like this. So you can use like say the side piece right here, but I think using like a larger piece of cardboard is just easier for kids to work with. It'll be easier for you guys to work with. And so what you're going to be doing is you're going to be getting your pair of scissors and you're going to be cutting your piece of cardboard into basically two pieces. And so I already cut mine, and so I have my two pieces. And so basically what you're going to be doing is you're going to be putting this together as if a puzzle. So you're going to be cut it into two parts, and you're going to try to figure a way to put it back together. And so that might be kind of easy for a lot of you, and so that's totally fine. So what you can do is you can continue. So I'm going to cut this piece into half, and so now I have two more pieces, and I'll cut this one in half as well. And so now I have four pieces of cardboard, and so it's going to be a little more challenging. And so I'm going to have to figure out a way to put all these pieces back together. So I got the bottom half, and then I'm going to do the top one, and I'm going to hold it up just so you guys can see. And so I kind of have my front of my cereal blocks back together. And so you can kind of see how you're making a puzzle, and you're cutting a large piece into smaller pieces and having you guys have them put back together like a puzzle. And so this activity, like I said, you can make it a lot harder. So I think the more times you cut and the smaller pieces you make, the more challenging it will be. And so this is more kind of for the parents. So there's a couple different things that this activity is covering upon. One thing you can do is so like for me, I started with one piece of the box, and then when I cut it in half, I had two pieces. So I would encourage you to have your child count how many pieces. Okay, so say you cut yours in half. If you cut both of those pieces in half again, how many will you have now? And so I think that's really good. So that's definitely a piece of HighScope curriculum that this activity touches on, is counting. And so having your child count the pieces and then cutting the pieces in half and having them guess and then count again and see how many they have at the end. Another part of HighScope curriculum that this activity covers is kind of the concept of part whole. And so what that basically is talking about is that a child can make a connection between a whole piece. And so like I said, like I start off with the whole piece, and then they can make sense that, okay, that whole piece was split into a bunch of pieces. And so they can see a relationship that these pieces started as a whole and now they're this. And so being able to kind of combine and separate those pieces is really helpful and is very important for development, especially in the math area. Another piece that this activity touches upon is shapes, and I know a lot of these are not traditional shapes like squares and circles, but these are definitely, they're still shapes, they're irregular, but you can ask your child to be like, oh, what does this one resemble? Or you can have your child, when they're cutting them out, say, maybe can you cut this box so you have 2 squares or 2 rectangles? Just trying to kind of get them to play with the idea of shapes, and that will be like something they'll learn further on, like in kindergarten and stuff like that. And then the last piece that it really touches upon is spatial awareness, which is a great thing to build upon, and that's why puzzles are really great. It's a piece, it's kind of the idea where kids will like look at this and be like, look at this like edge right here and think, what piece that I have will fit into that edge? So they can look at all the different pieces and figure out, all right, well, this piece kind of looks like it will fit. And so kind of being able to look at something and being spatially aware and being able to put the pieces into the like correct match is really important and something that's great to work on. And it's also really great with, you're kind of doing like an estimating of measuring to see like, okay, like this piece, so this kind of looks like this will fit here because it looks about like the same width and things like that. So it also kind of touches upon measuring as well. I hope you guys enjoy this activity. I would love for you guys to send in pictures of your finished puzzle, whether it's a picture of the puzzle that's all the way taken apart or put all back together. Either way, we would love to see all your hard work. We miss everyone so much, and we're very excited to have everyone back very soon. I'm sure, hopefully it'll be very soon. And we're giving you all a big air hug, and we hope everyone has a great rest of your day. Okay, bye.